of abusive parents, did you ever hit them back? I did more than just that. For most of my childhood, I had always assumed that your parents hitting you as punishment was just the norm. I never thought anything of it. But as I got older, my friends at school would often call out bruises or marks on my body. When I told them how I got hurt, they were horrified. I ended up calling out my parents for their behavior. Needless to say, it only made things worse. When I was a teenager, I was at my breaking point. I came home from school one day and went to my room to change and start my homework. I had reports to do and tests to study for. I was home for less than 15 minutes when I heard my mom screaming for me to get into the kitchen. My husband was an officer. She had thrown a luncheon for several of the officers' wives. She demanded that I clean the mess up so she could fix dinner. Mind you, I hadn't been home since 6:30 that morning. At that time, it was around 4 p.m. The dishes stacked on the kitchen table, in the sink, and over all the counters had sat for several hours as had the mess she made preparing the luncheon. I walked into the kitchen and immediately got the sharp-pointed finger poking me in the chest as she screeched at me about ignoring the mess to hang out in my room, neglecting my responsibilities. I tried to explain about the reports and tests, but she screamed at me. She had a wooden spoon in her hand.